Hey, hi, what's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to my coffee corner. Welcome to my coffee corner. Please don't talk about movies. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Randy.
Hey,
You
yeah,
probably you probably know this, but they released the official teaser for Shrek 5 a few days ago.
yeah, I'm really not in the Shrek.
But guess what? People are not happy with it because it shows that they went and changed the Shrek's design and all the design of all the characters. Yeah. Apparently they did this because they used a different animation software for this one, and well, yeah, and it made the characters look different. Yeah, and guess who's playing the teenage version of Shrek's daughter Felicia in Shrek 5? Zendaya.
Ooh, yeah,
Zendaya, the actress who played Spider Man's girlfriend Michelle MJ in the MCU.
yeah. I was just saying, yeah, my friend is having a little problem, with the algorithm. Her channel reset, so she's down to 2 subscribers. And
Uh,
I was wondering what went on because it usually doesn't do that.
yeah,
Except
yeah.
when it's but my friend Roxy Foxy, the Christian furry, yeah, she's a pretty good person. Subscribe to her. You know,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you probably also heard that they're doing a live action Lilo and Stitch movie.
yeah,
Yeah, it was originally going to be a Disney Plus series, but then they decided to change into like a theatrical movie release. but it has the original voice actor from the Lilo and Stitch uh, animated movie and also cartoon series voicing Stitch again in it.
Man,
Yeah,
that-
and they've been marketing it, this new movie, the same way that they did the original animated Lilo and Stitch movie, which is where they have, which is, you know, where they have hit Stitch pop up in other Disney like trailers and stuff and TV spots. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
There was even one that they
And,
did for this year's Super Bowl where he runs into the stadium and
this is the thing.
and actually steals someone's, and they're chasing him through the stadium and he steals a guy's microphone and starts talking into it.
Yeah, this is just dig this.
What?
This is the thing. When she did her broadcasts and stuff like that, she
Yeah.
privated her video because people kept messing with her. That's crazy. But this is the thing. This is the thing now. Read it. That some toxic people will come on here and they will mess with you because they don't
Yeah.
want you to succeed. They don't want you to succeed, but her husband cut the videos, he edited them pretty good, and that's crazy. I mean, they just didn't want her
You
to
heard something
succeed.
funny? I just went to chat of your live stream and a thing popped up saying, "Don't forget you're a YouTube standard moderator in this live stream."
Are you?
I'm like thinking, I already know that, but that's the first time that thing popped up, basically reminding me that.
Dude, we're
Yeah,
not even, dude, we're not, I don't know where you get your information from, but I don't do any dating on StreamYard, so you need to get
okay.
yourself straight.
You're putting you in timeout, dude, for 24 hours. Okay.
Thank you. I mean,
I'm gonna set the record straight, people. Randy and I are both straight. Okay.
yeah,
All the people who say we're gay and that we're dating, they're just members of a very toxic group of people who were impersonating me, and we're also having stuff sent to my house under my name that I didn't order.
yeah, and I am not an AI. I'm a real person. And I would appreciate it if you guys would not say things like that. Thank you. I mean, that's just, I mean,
Okay.
no, get him out of here. Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Now,
both straight. Randy is happily married to a lovely woman.
I'm just saying,
And in
he's
fact, and
weird.
I'm straight. I've been single since 2021. And, but guess what, everybody? I'm actually currently working on a new cover song. It's actually a remake of a cover song that I did a few years ago. Bittersweet Symphony by The Verb.
That's okay. No, that's okay. You know what? You know what? You know what? Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Because you know what? If he wants to give us watch time, not a problem. Because you know what? I'm done trying to, you know, trying to, just, I'm just done with you hateful people. And to be honest, you guys really need to get a life because no one wants to put up with your stuff. Serious. Nobody wants to put up with your stuff. Now you can stay, provided you can behave yourself. But if you can't, you gotta go. That's just it. And what it boils down to is this. Um, we, dude, why do you keep saying things why do you keep saying things that
No.
try to make us angry? You know, it just doesn't. It doesn't matter what you say, dude. Doesn't matter what you say.
Someone in the chat just said Colin farted, question mark.
No, he
No.
probably hurt my chest. That's what he probably hurt. But
No, I did not fart. Whoever was.
I wouldn't even dignify it because he wants to be recognized. I wouldn't even dignify it. I mean, he wants to come back on here and give us watch time. Hey, no problem. No problem at all. 'Cause you know what?
Yeah.
No problem at all. Because you know what? It's haters like you. It's haters like you that make look, dude. Look, we're not trying to do that stuff. We're not trying to do the thing of saying bad things to each other. We're just trying to, have some fun and do something, you know, just try to have some fun and do something, you that we enjoy. Not
Yes.
putting up with haters every time we come on here. That's not what we're about.
No.
That's not what we're about. It's all about um, we're just trying to do something that we like to do, and
Amen.
it's just what you mean. What do you mean a night stalker voice? There is no night stalker voice.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Okay, are you here
Probably.
just to cause trouble by saying stuff like that? But if you are, I will gladly remove you. Because I am the live stream moderator on here.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. Look, that's not a good thing to say to someone when you enter their live stream, saying that their voice frightens you and that they're you. And it sounds like a Night Stalker prowler voice.
That's not cool, dude.
Yeah.
Type something, Colin.
Yes.
Yeah, type something. Did you type anything?
I'm typing something right now.
In the chat bar. Just type it in the chat bar.
I am.
But no, he's not busy prowling. There you go. I just wanted to make sure you were blue.
Okay. Fred's clearly trolling, so now he's saying peeping and creeping. Okay.
Excuse me, let me get this one. Oh, you got him? Good.
I got him.
All
Yeah,
right.
let me make this perfectly clear, people. If any of you come to the chat and starts saying offensive stuff like that, or do anything remotely offensive or say anything like mean or rude to us, I will remove you. I have the power to do that because I'm the official moderator on Randy's live streams, and I'm also his live stream partner too. I co-host these live streams. Yeah, so yeah. So if any of you come to the chat and start saying anything offensive, I will remove you. Okay, I said partner with a P. Why would I say partner?
Oh, brother, here we go. Here we go. Let me put this guy in timeout. 24
Just did.
hours ought to do it. Thank you.
I just did, Rain.
Yeah, I did too. 24
So now
hours.
he has double 24 hours. Which means like which means 48 hours.
So
Yeah.
what it boils down to is this, Colin. It was like I was telling a friend of mine.
Okay.
Dude, 24 hours, okay, I'll do the same. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but you gotta go. 24
Yeah,
hours
I
is
literally just said anybody who comes in this live in the live chat and says something offensive or does anything that's not appropriate, I will remove them. And so will Randy.
this thing. This thing. Yeah. But what I'm saying
And
is
also,
it's not cool that you guys come in here
yeah,
and do that. Because how would you like it if I came
and
to your live stream and nothing but trouble? You know, it's not cool. It's not right. How would you like it if I came to your live stream and caused you nothing but problems? You wouldn't like that. So just don't do it. Seriously. Really. I mean, like you try to give people, you got to try to give people some kind of break or whatever, but they take it and they run with it, you know. You try to give people a break and they take it and they run
What do you
with
think of this mask, Randy?
it. Nice, but yeah,
Yeah, this is, for those who don't
I would
know,
just
this is my Rorschach mask, but this is the one I wore while cosplaying as Rorschach and the Watchmen at the 2025 RadCon science fiction convention that we have every year at the Pasco Red Lion Hotel in Pasco, Washington. Yeah, we have it every February, everybody.
this is the
Yeah,
thing.
this is
This is the thing. Um, my friend Roxy, to all her subscribers, her new YouTube handle is Roxy Foxy, the Christian Furry. So if you want to subscribe, do it. You know, I subscribe to her. She makes pretty good videos. You know, but I think these guys come in here just to cause problem, and basically don't give them any attention because that's all they want. They crave attention. That's all they want.
it's cool how this mask does this.
And basically, yeah.
Oh, and all I had to all I had to do to make this mask do that is just breathe with the mask on. That's it. You see, the mask
But
is a custom mask made by an online company called Retzy. Called Ritzy, that specializes in making cosplay and stuff like that. Cosplay stuff for cosplay. And they're the only company that does cosplay stuff that makes Rorschach masks that can actually do that, like the actual comic book mask. Other companies who make Rorschach masks for cosplay just make a simple white mask with a Rorschach test design on the front of it that doesn't do anything. This is the these are this is the Ritzy is the only company that you can actually order Rorschach masks from that actually change, like a changing Rorschach test, like the actual mask in the comics. And
what I'm
I know it
saying,
doesn't look like it has eye holes, but it does. You see, the eye holes are actually cut slits right here. Are actually cut slits right here. The inside of the mask is actually a piece of a black see-through material that's right behind the eye holes. So like that. So they had to do it like that because the mask in the comics doesn't have eye holes. So they have to create the illusion of it not having eye holes while still having it have eye holes because you need to be able to see out of it.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, these people, they come in here just to create problems.
Well, here's something funny that happened during my second. Well, here's something funny that happened during my second day at RadCon, Randy.
What
I was.
happened?
It was. This was way in the afternoon. I was standing in the room that they were doing that they were going to be doing the costume contest in. I was watching them do some rehearsing, and there was this older guy standing in front of me. He was wearing like a blue shirt, jeans, sneakers, and glasses and a baseball cap, but he had a white beard. And he turned towards me, and he saw the front of my mask change. And the next thing I know, he does this to my chest, basically poking me to see if I'm real. And then a couple minutes later, he turns towards the door and quickly goes out back into the hallway like I creeped him out.
And
I guess he thought it was some kind of boogeyman. I guess he thought it was some kind of boogeyman. Funny.
Hello,
Randy.
Franco McCoy. How
I
are
guess
you?
you'd never seen a mask do this. It's
Why
funny,
are you,
isn't it?
Franco McCoy? How
Hey,
you
Frank
doing?
McCoy. Franco McCoy, I don't think you've seen my Rorschach mask yet. This is the mask, the Rorschach mask I wore while cosplaying as Rorschach, recently at RadCon, which is a science fiction convention that we have every February at the Pasco Red Lion in Pasco, Washington, here in the Tri-Cities.
I was telling a buddy of mine, right? Because he likes to watch me too. Yeah.
I see you don't. I see Frank McCoy. I see you're not a comic book person. Then this is actually my Rorschach mask. Rorschach is a comic book character from the comic book called Watchmen.
What I'm
And since you
saying
don't
is,
really don't know, is sometimes I do cosplay sometimes, Frank McCoy, in my spare time at comic book and sci-fi conventions sometimes. And last month, which was February, I was cosplaying as Rorschach and the Watchmen at a local science fiction convention that we have every year here called RadCon. It's we have it every February at the Pasco Red Lion in Pasco, Washington. You see, Rorschach wears a mask that looks like a changing Rorschach test. And he actually sees the mask as his real face. Yeah, remember, Franco McCoy, Randy and I are avid comic book lovers and know a lot, and I mean a lot, about comic books.
what I'm trying to say is,
And everybody, if you're wondering how this mask is able to do that, you see, they when they make them when the company Ritzy makes these custom Rorschach masks, they paint this part all right here with thermal stuff. Yeah, so to create the illusion of it looking like a changing Rorschach test, all I have to do is just breathe with the mask on, and the thermal stuff does the rest. Yeah, and the mask is actually made of a stretchy material. And because of this, it only comes in one size. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. But as I was saying before all those unwanted guests started popping up in the chat. Yeah. I am currently working on a new cover song. Okay, I'll be there right in a second, Dean. 1 second. Everybody.
yeah, I'm just saying. while I got you, um, subscribe to I'm just saying hello. I'm just saying hello. Yeah, yeah. It's just a lot of stuff that's happening. It glitched, so what's going on is a glitch. But I got it now, so it's all good. All I'm saying is, subscribe to Roxy Vlog. Yeah, she is she is like totally a good Christian furry. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah, I'm back, everybody. All right, dinner was ready. Yeah, as I was saying, I am currently working on a new cover song, everybody. It's a remake of it's a remake of a cover song that I did a few years ago. It's the song "Bittersweet Symphony" by The Verb. Yeah, my original cover of that song was sadly one of my many cover songs that were removed by YouTube back in October of 2021. because of copyright. Man. Yeah.
But I did send a friend of mine the link so she could join if she wanted to. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
so Franco Mc so yeah, so so if any of you are fans of the Watchmen comic books or the 2009 Watchmen movie directed by Zack Snyder, and you want a Rorschach mask that can actually that can actually do that actually has this changing like a changed Rorschach test, just go on Ritzy, which is Ritzy, and yeah, just go on their website and search for their Rorschach mask that actually does that, which is this one right here. But I will. But yeah. But guess what, everybody? If you want to order one just like this from there, just know that you will be paying $24 for one of these. $24.
Dude,
But it's worth it.
I'm just saying.
Oops, forgot something, everybody. My fork.
I'm just saying. To be real with you, people are always saying
Like that,
things
not
like,
my fork out. Left my fork in the kitchen, everybody. Yeah.
people are always saying stuff like, well, you never give us a chance. Yeah, I do give chances, but then I don't like when people come in and they start doing crazy stuff. Like they
Yeah.
start saying crazy stuff out of the air.
Yeah, like the person who was in the chat saying that your voice sounded like a prowler voice.
Yeah, right.
Who says that when they aired your show's live stream? Oh, your voice frightens me. It sounds like a prowler's voice.
Why would my voice sound like a prowler's voice?
Yeah, so remember, if you want to order this exact Rorschach mask from Ritzy, you'll be paying $24 for it on there. But it's worth it because it's the only company that makes Rorschach masks to actually do that. Other companies that make other costume companies that make Rorschach masks just make cheap ones that don't do that. Yeah, ones that just have printed design on the front of it that doesn't change. But if you're going to do Rorschach, you have to go all out and get one that actually does that. And it's very simply used. All you do is just wear the mask and just breathe. Put it on.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, and it does that. But remember, it only comes in one size. That's all. That's it. But it's okay because it's made of a stretchy material. Everybody.
Yeah, it's like every time you turn around, it's always something. You know, I tend not to let people bother me because if you do, then they'll keep doing it. So you know, I just don't let people bother me because people will do and say things that don't make any sense to anybody but them.
For those of you who don't know, for those of you who have never heard the song "Bittersweet Symphony" by the Verb before, just know that it actually got the Verb sued by the Rolling Stones. Actually, you see, they got sued by the Rolling Stones because the song actually samples two different songs, and one of them happens to be a cover song that the Rolling Stones did, and but the thing is the Verb was only supposed to sample only a certain part of both songs, but the Verb ended up sampling the full versions of both songs, and well, it got them sued by the Rolling Stones to the point where every time a song was played on the radio or performed live, the lead singer of the Verb had to pay royalties to of the song to the Rolling Stones. But finally a few years ago, the Rolling Stones gave full rights of the song back to the Verb, so they no longer have to pay royalties to the Rolling Stones now when they perform a song. The song was actually released in the late '90s, everybody. But when it was released, people didn't know what to make of it. And it didn't become really popular until it was used in the ending of the movie Cruel Intentions. Do you remember that movie, Rainy?
Yeah, I didn't really watch it.
The Cruel the song "Bittersweet Symphony" didn't become popular in the U.S. until it was used in the ending of that movie, and the lead singer of the Verb happens to be really good friends with Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, and they've actually performed "Bittersweet Symphony" together on stage live at a Coldplay concert one time. I know this because I've seen the live performance on YouTube before. Yeah. And apparently Chris Martin really likes the song "Bittersweet Symphony," and apparently to the point where he apparently used it as inspiration for for many Coldplay songs over the years. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the song is basically they did the song which sampled two different songs, but they did something they weren't supposed to, which was that violated their the agreement that they made, which was you were supposed to use they were only supposed to sample only specific parts of both songs. And well, instead of sampling the specific parts they were supposed to sample, they sampled the full versions of both songs. And guess what? The version of the cover song that they sampled from Rolling Stones was actually an orchestra version of that song. Which is why the song sounds like it was made with an orchestra. Right? You know, the opening song. Why it sounds like violin. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
And
I wasn't gonna do a live stream, but I came on here like to literally plug a channel, for my friend. I wasn't gonna really do a live stream today, but since I'm already doing it. But so what's going on other than that?
no. And guess what, Ray? They actually did a Amazon Prime. They actually did uh a TV series reboot of Cruel Intentions for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but the funny thing is though, before this Amazon Prime series reboot came around, there were plans for a TV series sequel to the original Cruel Intentions movie. And it was actually going to have Sarah Michelle Gellar return as her character from the original movie. She even did filming for some episodes of it, but the show was canceled before it even aired on TV.
Yeah.
So yeah, she even had her hair dyed dark brown for a sort of series, like it was in the original movie. This was in 2020, or when they were doing this TV show sequel that ended up being canceled. Yeah, apparently apparently it was canceled because it didn't have it had very unsuccessful test screenings. Yeah. Yeah, I even see behind the scenes pictures that showed her on set in full costume as her character from the original Cruel Intentions movie.
Nah, but what I'm saying though, there was talks about a Buffy the Vampire reboot.
Oh yeah,
But
did you hear Disney is actually doing a full on revival of that series with some of the original cast returning, including Sarah Michelle Gellar.
yeah, I heard it's supposed to be Buffy is mentoring a new group of Slayers, supposedly.
Yeah, but I remember every time Sarah Michelle Gellar was interviewed and asked about whether or not she would return to that character by the Vampire Slayer, she would always say, I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long time, and we've all went on to different things, and I would only do it if it was a good script and and that they had a good idea for it.
I know,
Now,
but
there was plans for a full-on reboot Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV series for a while. That was going to star a black actress as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Right? I only know this because there were talks and even articles about it online in 2020. I even seen pictures of the the black teen actress who was going to be playing Buffy in it. Yeah, but of course it was scrapped because people are not happy with about someone replacing Sarah Michelle Gellar as that character.
yeah, but sometimes you have to give up a character if you want to gain something. Really?
Yeah, but apparently you can see why some people were not happy about it because she's just too associated with the character, and it's just one of the characters that she's largely associated with, including Daphne Blake from Scooby Doo and stuff. And I guess some people are just seen as an excuse to do race swap to race swap the character, like they did with the Little Mermaid.
Or they did with Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Because the actress that was going to play the Yellow Ranger was actually a French actress, a young French girl. And what they did was they figured, oh, she's too. They might have figured, oh, she's too, she's too butch, and we want her to be, we want the cast to be more diverse, something like that. So,
yeah.
But
we all know what happened when they did the real race swapping thing with the live action Little Mermaid movie. It made a ton of people angry. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, dude.
That's Hollywood for you. They're trying to shove politics down our throats, like race politics and stuff like that. But they forget we only go. The reason why people go to see movies in the movie theaters is so because they see it as a way of escaping the real world for a while. People don't go see a movie so they can have they can have politics shoved down their throats. But Hollywood keeps wanting to shove gender politics, identity politics, race politics, and transgender politics down our throats. And all the people and celebrities wonder why we don't like them anymore. Yeah. And just celebrities wonder why we didn't listen to them during the election when they were trying to convince us to vote for Kamala Harris. Yeah. Celebrities thought we were stupid and that we were going to vote for her. We weren't stupid. We could clearly see she was not right for the presidency. I mean, with her constant word salad and constant cackling, and also constant acting dumb and not really having no actual plans for our country.
No,
yeah.
What I'm saying is, Colin, I didn't really like that every time you turn around, somebody was always trying to, put their little spin on things, that kind of woke spin that they always do. I support this and that. Yeah, you may support it, but don't try to indoctrinate other people into it.
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. And
yeah, don't you think it's sad, Rand? Don't you think it's sad that every time a Disney Plus series like Star Wars: The Acolyte was getting bad reviews and stuff, Disney would blame the fans and call all of us fans bigots and racist?
Yeah,
and not wanting to admit that that's their fault that they're making failure after failure.
I know.
Yeah, we're not the problem. Us fans we're not the problem. Yeah, it's Disney. People at Disney are the problem. It's like they don't want. It's like They keep sacrificing good writing, good script, and good plot, and good character development for DI and woke stuff. Because of that, they're making lots of people angry, and they keep calling us fans toxic and calling us toxic fans, bigots, and racist.
I know.
And Kathleen Kennedy doesn't want to admit that she's the problem. And of course, and there's also the fact that they literally have those that they go and pay people to defend Kathleen Kennedy and say stuff like, "Oh, she didn't do anything wrong."
And then if you do voice an opinion, Disney will hit you with so many lawyers it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah, but guess what? And now, of course, Disney is dealing with a lawsuit that's put again on them by Gina Carano and apparently things have gone so bad that they're bringing George Lucas back, Randy. Yeah, apparently he's coming back in some capacity, like with a hands-on approach to, and is apparently planning on undoing the damage that Disney has done to his entire franchise.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine ruining a franchise so bad to the point where you have to bring back the person who created the franchise in the first place. Because you damaged the franchise by making it all about gender equality and transgender stuff and DI nonsense. Oh, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw clips of Star Wars The Acolyte and I was thinking, what the heck? What is this? I mean,
I'm just saying.
Star Wars The Acolyte had a very boring story. Poor character development. And mediocre acting. And I mean, they casted actors who have never seen Star Wars before.
Okay, but what I'm saying is they shouldn't. Well, what I'm saying is they shouldn't try to indoctrinate people into that culture. It's not going to ever become the norm. So
yeah, and like they try to make it all this gender equality and identity politics and all DI stuff the new norm, but the thing is, it will not be the new norm.
What I'm saying is
it's not normal.
That being said, it's not going to become the new norm. I mean, all is I want to do this because I want to do this because I support the woke movement and all that. Well, you can support the woke movement. Nothing is nobody stopping.
Yeah. And you know what definitely didn't help Disney with Star Wars The Acolyte? The fact that its main actor, that black actress, went and literally released a diss track dissing fans, calling them toxic and stuff.
Yeah, she did it, but
you know what she identifies as? A non-binary. Yeah, She
No,
didn't help getting that much. In fact, like, yeah, she literally dissed us fans on us toxic and stuff. You know, she's part of the problem. Yeah, they wanted to make Star Wars more gay and more about lesbian and stuff. I'm thinking, oh, I mean, literally, lesbian witches who use the Force to get pregnant.
I don't even believe that.
What?
Can't believe-
I mean, they even try to say that, oh, that's how Anakin Skywalker was born.
I'm not even gonna believe that because in the first place, Luke Skywalker was an orphan. He was
What?
an orphan. Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker.
I mean, they're saying that, oh, they try to say, oh, that's how Anakin Skywalker was born. The Force, yeah,
No,
his mother used the Force to get pregnant.
that's crap, and they knew it.
Yeah, we all know that's crap.
That's not how Lucas made the movie, and I don't support
No,
it at all.
that's not how George Lucas had it written at all. And that's not what happened. All of us fans know that that's not he was not born from that.
He was not born from that, and I'm not going to subscribe.
He was not born. He was not. The Force was not used to make his mom pregnant with him. We all know that Emperor Palpatine actually did have something to do with Anakin being born. Yeah, but if you don't know, Emperor Palpatine, the big baddie of the Star Wars franchise, he manipulated the midi-chlorians so Anakin would be born, so he could one day use Anakin as a vessel to make himself more powerful, and also so he could trick the Jedi into thinking that prophecy would actually come true. You know, the prophecy where a Jedi would come along and restore all peace to the universe and to and also to the Force. Yeah. Yeah, so Emperor Palpatine was trying to trick everybody into thinking that Anakin was gonna fulfill that prophecy. But what he was doing was just so he could manipulate Anakin and turn into his right hand man, and someday a new body for himself.
So
Yeah.
basically, he was planning on killing Anakin and taking his body.
Yeah. That's why Anakin's midi-chlorians were off the scale. You know? Yeah, that's why the midi-chlorians in Anakin's body were way off the scale to start out with, when he was just a little kid. Because the whole time, part of why he was born in the first place is because Emperor Palpatine somehow did something that would cause that woman to become pregnant with Anakin Skywalker. Yeah. So basically, Emperor Palpatine basically wanted to use that whole prophecy to his advantage.
Yeah.
And use it against the Jedi. But he didn't count on. But he did not. You know what he didn't count on? Anakin Skywalker's own son coming along and 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 showing everybody that Anakin Skywalker still had some good in him. And look what happened. Darth Vader grabbed Emperor Palpatine and threw him over a railing. Remember that? Be right back, everybody.
Yeah, it is kind of spooky, but hey, that's what you get. Yeah. So yeah. So
I'm back here, but guess what? Guess what, Rain? But for a long time, we all thought that the Emperor Palpatine being thrown over that railing by Darth Vader was actually the last we were going to see of Emperor Palpatine. But then Emperor Palpatine was brought back in The Last Jedi. And then, but there was also that character introduced in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The Emperor that Kylo Ren was serving, and they didn't give any they had no backstory or anything. No, and no one knew where he came from. And then, but guess what? Emperor Smoke, his name was. And then in the book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus, they finally revealed where that character came from. Turns out that character was secretly Emperor Palpatine the whole time in like using one of his using a failed clone vessel for himself. A failed vessel because when it was cloned, it still ended up having the scar that was on Emperor Palpatine's forehead. Yeah. So basically, that was seriously Emperor Palpatine the entire time, Randy. What do you think of that? Yeah. And so basically, when Emperor Palpatine was thrown over that railing, he secretly had a plan the whole time, which was he was gonna come back, but with a new body and a different name. But he was going to manipulate Han Solo's son, Kylo Ren, and get him to join the dark side.
Crazy.
Is that crazy, right? So basically, when Emperor Palpatine was thrown over that railing by Darth Vader, he already had planned for how he was going to come back, which was that he was going to use a discarded, cloned version of himself as a vessel, and basically come back with a different name and a different identity, which was that new Emperor character that was in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, the one that Kylo Ren served. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
People are just crazy when it comes down to certain things. They make these weird
Never
videos.
know.
They make these weird videos on like Instagram and stuff. They're weird. They're meant to scare you, but they don't scare you. They just kind of make. They just kind of. You just look at them because you're bored, and number one, you're just bored and sitting there and wondering, what am I looking at? Why is it so captivating that I have to look at it? And then I'm wondering, okay, it's not that captivating. I'm just kind of bored, looking at it. But seriously, they even had the nerve to say that the toys from Toy Story were possessed by the spirits of the children that used to own them. Dude,
Well, yeah,
come on.
I've seen those kind of videos,
I mean, it's crazy. They even went so far to say a vampire lives in the waters of the Amazon, and it
Yeah,
prowls
you
up
see,
and
it
down
turns
the
out,
Amazon.
yeah, Ray, it turns out in the Star Wars universe, Emperor Snoke is not a separate entity, but actually a puppet created by Emperor Palpatine, uh, slash Darth Sidious, to serve as his proxy. Meaning Snoke is essentially a clone or genetic construct controlled by Palpatine, effectively making Palpatine the true power behind Snoke. Yeah, so basically, every time we were seeing Snoke on screen in the modern Star Wars movies, we were actually secretly seeing Emperor Palpatine the whole time.
The only person that's really real in like the horror universe, the only killer that was only real in like the horror universe is like Michael Myers, because there are stories about a guy. There are stories about a guy that used to prowl the area between Philadelphia and Port Washington, and he was a mental patient, and he used to stalk people and kill them.
Yeah, they actually say that one of the inspiration I heard that was used as inspiration for Michael Myers for the 1978 Halloween movie was apparently in the 1900s there was a kid who was a mental patient who was put in a mental institute for killing his parents and his sister.
And I always thought that was kind of bunk, but Now that I know, now that I read the story on the internet,
Yeah,
not seeing these.
it says inspirations from Michael Myers. John Carpenter drew inspiration from a patient he met at a psychiatric hospital while attending Western Kentucky University. Carpenter also based the character on a creepy encounter he had while attending the university. The character's name actually comes from the European distributor of Carpenter's previous film, Assault on Precinct 15. Yeah, that one I knew about. Yeah, John Carpenter named Michael Myers after a European distributor who distributed um his previous film, Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah, so there was an actual person named Michael Myers. Yep, it says yes. The Halloween character Michael Myers was partly inspired by a real person in real life event. A patient at Western Kentucky University, of course, and of course, the distributor of Assault on Precinct 13. Other possible inspirations, other real life cases that may have inspired Michael Myers. Janet Christman, a babysitter. Andre Rand, a convicted kidnapper. Carpenter was also influenced by Yul Brynner's killer robot from Westworld.
Johnny Ringo.
Carpenter wanted to create a mythic character who was a force that could not be denied. But he put Michael immediately into a legendary situation and didn't give him a backstory. That's why That's why it was never explained why Michael Myers was the way he is, why he never spoke, why he never why he acted why he somehow had a supernatural like strength. And on Halloween night, why he could lift people up in the air by his throat with ease and stuff like that. But there was one time when there was a script written for a possible Halloween sequel, which was going to have Halloween crossover with the Hellraiser franchise, and it was going to have John Carpenter and the director of Hellraiser both direct the film. It was actually going to have the Cenobites be summoned to Haddonfield, Illinois, where they end up having to fight Michael Myers. It was going to be revealed that Michael Myers was actually possessed by a supernatural entity who is from the same world that the Cenobites are from. But apparently John Carpenter wanted no part of it. Did not want any part of it. So it ended up not happening. And it ended up being one of the discarded scripts for possible Halloween sequels that never happened, which included a script for Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees movie. Yeah, and also one that was going to have Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees versus Freddy Krueger and versus Ash from Evil Dead. Yeah. Quite crazy, huh, Randy?
Yeah, it's amazing how they get these inspirations from these stories.
Yeah, so basically in this Halloween sequel, which was going to have which was going to cross over with the Hellraiser franchise. They were going to reveal that Michael Myers has been possessed. Was actually the reason why he killed his sister, and when he was a kid, and ended up growing up to being a sort of supernatural serial killer, is because he was possessed by a supernatural entity that came from the same world that the Cenobites came from. Yeah.
I don't. It's the man. I was like, come on, all
That's
this crazy stuff.
So basically, Michael Myers is basically possessed, has been possessed by this entire time that we've known him in the Halloween movies. And he's basically been possessed by a supernatural entity from that is from the same world that the Cenobites are from. Yeah, a world that is connected to hell. Yeah.
What a spooky thought.
And guess what? Yeah, and I mean, and guess what? It actually turns out the Halloween franchise, the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, the Child's Play franchise, the Hellraiser franchise, and also the Evil Dead franchise all take place in the same movie universe, everybody. And that also includes the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's actually a deleted scene in there's actually a scene in one of the later Child's Play movies, the ones that they did in the 90s, that shows the inside of a police evidence room. And there's what appears to be Michael Myers' mask, Freddy Krueger's glove, Leatherface's chainsaw, and Jason Voorhees' mask on shelves in a corner of the room.
Don't forget, there's also the Chucky doll sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, and also one of the three endings that were considered for Freddy versus Jason was one of the three possible endings that they considered for Freddy versus Jason was actually a scene where Freddy and Jason find themselves back down in hell, and Pinhead from Hellraiser goes up to him and says, "Okay, what seems to be the problem, gentlemen?" Yeah, and it was basically being revealed that Pinhead is like a higher order. Is like a higher order that they have to answer to down in hell. But this scene obviously never got filmed because they weren't able to get the rights of the Hellraiser franchise from Clive Barker. And also because the actor who played Pinhead in the first few Hellraiser movies did not want to return as Pinhead at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, it turns out the reason why he did not want to return as Pinhead is because he really hated wearing all of the Pinhead makeup and the prosthetics. He did not like it at all. Yeah, he did not like wearing all the makeup and the prosthetics all over his body at all. He hated it. Yeah, and he hated it so much that in the last Hellraiser movie that he played Pinhead in, which was I think Hellraiser 2 or Hellraiser 3, they get him to come back for the last one that he did. They agreed to do some flashback scenes for the show Pinhead's origin. So he could actually do some scenes where he's not in makeup and prosthetics at all. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I can see why he would not want to wear all that. Why he would not like wearing all that makeup and prosthetics all over his body, because it's like, the makeup and prosthetics tend to make you sweaty and hot and stuff, and also it doesn't help the fact that the prosthetics that are on his are all over his face also have fake pins attached to him that look like they're coming out of his face. Yeah.
So we get you up.
So basically, yeah, and like I said, one of the unmade Halloween sequels was a movie that was going to have Michael Myers versus Freddy Krueger versus Jason Voorhees versus Ash Williams from Evil Dead. And apparently Sam Raimi was highly interested in doing that one with John Carpenter. There was also an unmade Halloween sequel that was going to be Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees. But instead of those ideas being turned into actual Halloween sequels, they end up being turned into a comic book series. I
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And what's sad is because of that soft reboot of the Halloween franchise that started with the 2018 Halloween movie, which completely ignores the events of Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween 6, and the other Halloween movies, the other two Halloween movies that came after that. One time, Jason Blum, who was the executive producer of the 2018 Halloween movie and the two sequels that came after it. But one time he was interviewed and asked about whether or not we will ever get a Michael Myers versus Jason movie or a Michael Myers versus Chucky movie, and he said that it's very unlikely because since they basically rebooted the franchise. Yeah, so basically, because of Blumhouse Studios being the executive producer, being the executive producers of the 2018 Halloween movie and its two sequels, the events of Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween 6, Halloween 7, and Halloween 8 never happened. And which means that the soft reboot basically made it so that Michael Myers is no longer in the same part of the same movie universe as Chucky from Child's Play, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, and Pinhead from Hellraiser. Isn't that sad, Ray?
Yes, it is.
But if you think about it, it makes sense that Michael Myers and all of those other movie serial killers would all exist in the same movie universe. Because, I mean, it actually makes sense because it was confirmed that Jason Voorhees is actually a Cenobite, Randy.
Yeah.
And and also Freddy Krueger is actually also a Cenobite, turns out, which is why he is able to go into people's dreams and basically turn them into nightmares and kill them in their sleep.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And yeah. Guess what, Ray?
What?
Recently it's been revealed that the original 6 Avengers will come back for Avengers Doomsday, but with a twist, which is they won't be the same versions that we know. They'll actually be an evil version of themselves from the same Earth that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is from. Yeah.
Dang.
Which means we'll be seeing a evil version of Black Widow, an evil version of Hawkeye, an evil version of Steve Rogers, an evil version of the Hulk, an evil version of Thor, and an evil version of maybe Tony Stark. But of course, we all know that the Tony Stark will probably basically just be Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be interesting, when we actually see the Avengers come face to face with Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom and notice that he looks exactly like Tony Stark. Already.
Yep.
Because probably be like, oh no, I'm not Tony Stark. I bet it'll probably catch him off guard. And especially I bet Spider-Man will probably be very caught off guard by this because of the fact that Tony Stark was basically like a full-on mentor to him.
He was the reason why Spider-Man became an Avenger in the first place.
Yeah.
Hello. What's up?
Sophia also.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just say. Hold on. Yo, Colin.
What?
I'm gonna cut this short because it's been 2 hours.
That's fine.
Right.
Yeah, peace, everybody, and we'll see you next time we go live, which will be when we do my Throwback Friday live stream again. So, bye, everybody.